Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. This is the tarot reading that focuses on one thing and one thing only. You. You. That's it. My job in the next 10 minutes or so is to try to inspire you. Tarot is all about the science of potential. In other words, you have to get involved. You have to be conscious. And it takes something that you do with intention. What you see on your screen are 5 cards. It's all you're going to see. I don't want the distractions. We are distracted enough as it is. And in fact, all the distractions are intentional because it gets you off the game. The master puppeteers in the world want to keep us distracted. They want us to be human doings, not human beings. Heard a commercial on the radio earlier today where a lady's talking about how life is so different than it used to be. She's got to take her kid to soccer, got to go to school, got to run here, got to go. We got that Zoom meeting, got that. That's all intentional. That is using up your time, your mind, your attention so that you're helpless. And the master puppeteers can do whatever the hell they want to do. Doesn't make any difference. You're not paying attention. Same thing, by the way, with the internet, with the smartphones. I walk along Lake Superior about 3 to 5 miles every single day of the year. And I am amazed, and there's not a whole lot of people because it's well away from even medium-sized cities. It's a small little town. But I'm surprised, especially at this time of year when we have the tourists coming up, how many of them are plugged into their goddamn smartphones. And they're talking. And I wonder to myself, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, what would it be like? You wouldn't be connected to a phone. You'd have your privacy. You'd have your space. You're walking along one of the most beautiful lakes, one of the most beautiful places in the world. Listen to the waves coming to shore. Listen to the birds. Attune yourself to the natural sounds. Now, I got to put the thing in my ear and I got to talk like I'm making it really important and I got things to do and I got to go places to go and I got to. That's exactly what they want out of you. So here, just 5 cards. I will, within 10 minutes or so, maybe 12, give you the energy from the frequency of those cards. Clear, concise. You're going to know exactly what the energy is. Then you decide whether or not it fits your life right now. If not, don't worry. 80-90% of the people who watch this are never going to make the connection on any given day. That's typical. If you do astrology, I've done astrology for 50 years, tarot for 20. If you get 10% of the people resonating to your message, you've done really well. Most people will not. And it's not because it doesn't work. It's because they're not in the same frequency. We're all different. So if you don't get it today, you'll get it tomorrow. Next week, next month, whatever. Doesn't make any difference. You will eventually get it. When you get the feeling, when you feel the connection, go. I mean, go like hell. Otherwise, see what pearls of wisdom you might pick up and incorporate them in your life. It's that simple. So let's begin. 5 cards. Middle card is the oracle card. It sets the mood for the reading. Today it's co-create. Co-create. Remember, we're talking about manifesting. So guess who you're co-creating with? Yourself. Remember I said we were human doings, not human beings? We're not human beings because we're not connected to ourselves. Mind, body, spirit, all work on different frequencies. We have to align them. They all have to work together. And because of all the distractions, whether it be wars, pandemics, what's going on Wall Street, what's not going on Wall Street, whatever the hell it is, it's all a distraction. And if that doesn't get you, then you got to have the Zoom meetings, you got to work all day, you got to take the kids to here, gotta. So when it comes to manifesting, co-creating means co-creating with the other parts, lining them up, mind, body, spirit. Get those energies lined up. Okay, pretty cool. Meme for today says, if you do not intentionally create your future, your mind will recreate whatever it got used to in your past. We are at that stage in the world right now where we're on the verge of losing our humanity. We're on the verge of being overtaken by psychopaths and their technology. First time in history that we've been able to do recorded history. We go back about 6,000 years, maybe 7,000. Then we have something called the Younger Dryas, and on the other side of that, about 10,000 years ago, there are hints of master civilizations that have since disappeared. But that's discussion for another day. The point is, in the last 6,000 or 7,000 years, we have never been in this position. We can be fully controlled. That's why they want it all electronic. Remember a few weeks back, Microsoft had that little quote-unquote glitch and half the computer systems went down? I still think it was a test, just to see. Could they do it, and how would we react? And if you say to me, hey, that's conspiracy theory stuff. Yep, you're right. I've been a conspiracy theorist for longer than 4 years, and I can tell you that every single damn time I was right. So who knows what's going on? What you have to do is learn how to manifest by co-creating with all your parts and pieces, your mind, your body, your spirit. Got to line them up. And so the cards in this reading are pretty interesting within that regard. Most of them are wands. Wands are positivity, enthusiasm, joy, gratitude. Very positive. So the first card on the left is the Nine of Wands. Talks about determination. Talks about stamina, courage, persisting. Yeah, they're going to throw it in your face. You got to go through anyway. We are at a stage right now where we are entering a period of, well, ladies, remember, if you have children, remember what the birthing process was like? That's what we're doing. It's going to be painful, going to be really uncomfortable. October, we are going to have the eclipses, which are going to change things. Then we got the election, which may or may not happen in the United States. And if it does, it's only going to be temporary. And then that could lead to something like civil war or some kind of situation. And of course, when all of that happens in the country, then all of these people who have come to America illegally, most of them military age, who knows what mischief they can get in. And then our forces are so divided. People are so divided. You think China's going to sit back and just let it happen? We are confronting hellaciously tough times. What we're confronted with is something that makes World War II look like kindergarten. So you need to be fully charged. You need to be able to co-create. And what I mean by fully charged is lining up mind, body, spirit. Get that energy flowing. Nine of Wands says you're ready for it. You're determined. Even if shit gets thrown in your face, doesn't make any difference. You know it's coming. You're ready for it. You're going to step forward because you don't have any other choice. You have to get to the next card, King of Cups. The King of Cups is loving, wise, tolerant. It's a very subtle influence. It's not braggadocious, it's not loud, it's not noisy, it's just persistent. You have to love yourself. Step number one to lining up your mind, body, spirit to co-create with yourself, you have to love yourself. You're determined to take on any challenge to be able to love yourself because the next two cards are also Wands cards. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is dedication, enthusiasm, self-confidence. That's what you're going to need. That's what it's going to take to be fully charged, to line up the energy of your mind, your body, your spirit, to become a human being again, not just a human doing. You got to make the commitment. You got it. You got the Nine of Wands. You got the Queen of Wands. And finally, you also have the Ten of Wands, which talks about responsibility, challenge, deciding that you're going to take on whatever challenge you need to take on. It's going to be tough. It is not going to be easy. Remember I said earlier about the gals and the birthing and that? It's not going to be easy. So don't fantasize. This is going to be a gut grinder. And we begin that cycle already. It's the early stages, but we've already seen it this summer, what is in store. There are no holes barred. They're going for broke. The puppet masters realize they have to make their move now. And this is the time that you have to really count on yourself. So if you do not, back to the meme, if you do not intentionally create your future, your mind will recreate your past. You don't want that. That's what got us here. You want to be fully charged for a new future. You want to co-create a future, and you begin with yourself, lining up your mind, your body, and your spirit. Begin now. Because you are in for a tidal wave you've never seen before. That's the reading for today. Back again tomorrow with another Tao Tarot manifested reading. Between now and the next time we get together, peace and blessings.